What's up YouTube, and look at what we've got here. It's the new OnePlus 6T. Let's have a quick look at this one. So released back on November the 6th, this is the new OnePlus 6T, the latest flagship phone from OnePlus. Really quite interested to see what's going on here. The OnePlus range is always a little bit groundbreaking. This one we've got here is the mirror black one, the 128 gig internal storage capacity. It comes in 3 different flavors, this phone. You can get 128 gig with 6 RAM at $499 over in the UK, 128 gig with 8 RAM with a slightly higher price of $529, and the top end one at 256 gig with 8 gig RAM at $579. Actually, when you actually think about it, a 256 gig internal storage with 8 gig RAM is actually quite a good price at $579. Let's get this thing unboxed then. So yeah, the box feels really high quality actually. You can see a lot of thoughts gone into it, albeit sometimes a little bit difficult to get out this thing, but we'll just slip this off here and then get the actual box open. So as I said before, we've got the mirror black here that unfortunately is a fingerprint magnet, but one of the sort of skins from D brand, or as you'll see in a minute, some of the covers that you can put on this will hide that a lot. It's a very nice finish though. Even the mirror black on the side, it has this little sheen on it as well. But let's have a look at what else comes in the boxes as well as the phone here. So just underneath where the phone ends up, actually you'll find this is a little bit thicker, and that's because sitting inside it, you actually get a case with this as well. Quite a unique thing. I mean, if you think about this, this phone is under £500, and not only does it come with quite a high class flagship phone, it also comes with its own protective cover as well. And also, as you'll see a little bit later, it also has a screen protector on it as well. So you also get in here a little envelope with all of your warranty information and little bits of information about the thing. You also get your SIM tool that allows you to pop out the dual SIM tray that is standard on all of the OnePlus 6Ts. A little bit of warranty information, and then a nice getting started leaflet for you, quite easy to read. Just tells you about the some of the things about the hardware and everything, and how to easily locate everything, things like your volume rockers and all that sort of stuff in there. So nice little touches in there, and some more useless information, as well as some interesting stickers that I'm yet to find anyone that actually uses these stickers, but they're there as well because everyone else is doing stickers. So let's put that aside for a minute and have a look at what else you get in this box. So underneath this little thing, actually this is meant to be a personal message from the CEO of OnePlus. You can read that to your heart's content. If you take a screenshot or pause the video for a bit, you can read that away. But there's a nice little message there. So underneath you get your fast charging USB-A to USB-C connector there that nearly every phone's going to these days. And you'll notice as well you get the fast charger in there. They're now calling it the fast charger. This is an amazingly fast charging unit as well. It seems to charge up faster than anything else I've ever seen. You get 50% of your battery within about 15 minutes. Now, the other thing you'll also notice in here is, yes, USB-C to headphone jack. OnePlus said they wouldn't do it, but yes, now the OnePlus have got rid of the headphone jack as well. They do say it gives you the bigger battery, and because of the fingerprint sensor and that, they need the extra space in there. So, as I say, that's what you get in the box, and that pretty well kitted out for that. And what we'll do now is we'll have a quick look at what this phone can do. Right, well, before all that, let's do the most satisfying thing here and start taking off all of these little sticky things on there. So, actually only one on the bottom of this time, and a small one on the back of it, so just protecting the lower parts of it, and the rather annoying one that usually leaves sticky bits, and oh no, actually it comes off quite easily this time. Well done to OnePlus. Usually it leaves sticky little residue across the back of the phone there. One thing to point out on this one actually is it comes with a ready-fitted screen protector on the front. Another little value add from OnePlus there. They've really thought about it. It's actually also because some other screen protectors can't protect the screen as well as having the fingerprint sensor work through them. So they put their own one on there and therefore giving you the protection on there. A little bit difficult to see it on here, but you might be able to just make out the edges of it on there. It's actually really well put on, as you would expect from OnePlus. If we head around the phone quickly, you'll see the usual power button, the OnePlus slider for your ring, silence and vibrate functionality. Quite a unique thing to a phone to have the 3-position slider there. Going towards the bottom, you've got a speaker and your USB Type-C connections. And then on the other side, the volume rocker as well. So all nice ergonomic positions around the phone. Right up the top there is also your dual SIM card. Another great touch to have on this phone. And then if we look towards the back, yes, you've got your dual cameras with your flash unit just below it. So a 20 megapixel camera on the back, 16 megapixel on the front. So let's get on to that notch. Yes, there is a notch on this phone, but nothing like the Google Pixel 3 XL. This thing actually sort of blends its way into the top of the phone, and they're managing to do that by moving the top speaker right into the top bezel of the phone. And the teardrop notch actually just blends away really nicely into this. It's still there for the 16 megapixel front-facing camera, and with the RGB face recognition mounted on top as well. But yeah, they're having to give way to the LED there, but I think a really nice look at this. Actually, when you're watching video on this thing, you don't notice that notch being there. Unlike some of the others, it doesn't really get in the way. OnePlus have also been really clever with their notch as well, because in software, part of the Oxygen OS, you can actually go and hide the notch, but it doesn't do what the others do with notches and move the whole UI down. What it does is it puts the black bar across and keeps your icons within the black bar. So if you're wanting to sacrifice a little bit of that screen space when you're using it in full screen, then you get the choice as well to hide that notch. But personally, I actually think it looks really nice. At the moment, notches are here to stay. They will go eventually, and they're getting smaller and smaller on phones like the OnePlus. So I've skipped over the initial setup of it. It takes a little bit of time going through registering yourself and registering all of your security stuff. And just thought I'd give a couple of minutes of my first impressions of this. We will do a full review in the next couple of days of this phone. But the thing that strikes me about this, it's running the latest Android Pie, but on top of that is Oxygen OS, which is OnePlus's interpretation of Android Pie. And this thing is lightning fast. It's really smooth. It lives up to that performance thing that is one of their mottos at OnePlus. You really do notice that the pixel differences. When you put this up against the Pixel XL2 and the Pixel XL3, you notice that smoothness, the extra performance, the extra just little tweaks that OnePlus are giving this. It is amazing what they've managed to get out of this phone. They've not gone too far away from the Android Pie as well. Things like Samsung, they just put a little bit too much bloatware on there for my liking. This thing, you can still recognise it as the core Android system. It is one of those, but it's just got a little bit more tweaks, just makes it that much more special when you're using this phone. So one last thing I will leave you with is the quick demonstration of the new in-display fingerprint reader. I know a lot of them, like Samsung and Huawei, are all trying to get there to this, but again, this one is the first to market that's really excellent. Does it within 0.34 of a second. Really lightning fast. You're not going to get the same response as the original ones on the back of it and the actual physical ones, but this one does it in display. As I say, it's really ergonomic, really fast. If you're not that happy with that, use the Face ID as well. But as I say, This thing is pretty damn awesome for the tech, and you know it's only going to go and get better with the version 7 of it. OnePlus do state that the more you use it, the faster it will become as well. So that's it from me at the moment. As I say, please do tune back in soon for our full review on this phone. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button and like and put notifications on so you can be first to hear about when we do our full review of this phone. Thank you very much. I've been Colin Prime Moore, and this has been iCTO.